Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk Thinking Right, out here in my lab where I do what I do for you. You know how I feel about belief. But let me break it down what belief is, okay? If belief in God can change your life, imagine what believing in yourself can do. So I know the power of belief. I told you that already. Let's go back again. This is a rebuttal for the belief concept. Let's see if I can break it down a little bit better because I use belief also. That's right. Rightisms, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's always a message in my stories for life. I give real life lessons and you tune in and receive them. I appreciate you. You got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do for you. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have an answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know dangers. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm your spiritual alarm clock, here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to my eye. Be true. Right thinkers. I want to get across a point. P. Funk's philosophy says, if believing in God, and we got a system based on you believing in God, and some people it would change their life, and okay, no problem with that. But if you put that same belief in yourself, like Mr. Wright, things will change in your life. That I can guarantee. Yeah, believing in God is one thing. Knowing Him is a whole nother animal. My goal is to get you to know Him, but belief is just kicker to get you started, so to speak. All right, let's talk about it. Okay, belief. Again, they've built a whole religious system based on your belief in what they tell you. My issue with that and my problem with that, they telling you lies, not the truth. Our ancient ancestors lived and thrived for the truth. My philosophy put you in the perspective of learning and living by the truth. So we had rules and understanding a long time ago. You come up with this Bible 2,000 years, all of a sudden it's the apple pie moms. No, I don't give a damn about that book. No disrespect. Again, I keep telling you that. I could care less about that book, respectfully. But that's why I don't do the belief system. I got something that goes before that. I got 10,000 years of philosophical concept that I can stand on and live by. That my proof that I don't have to need no 2,000 years. Well, I don't give a damn what y'all say. Understand that respectfully again. But they are all religions are based on lies that they want you to believe. That's why they call it a belief system. Not a truth system, not a spiritual system. No, a belief system. So I got a problem with belief when it's geared the wrong way. I know the power of belief. Let me break that down to you again, because I have belief in my philosophy. That's what drives me to do what I do. I follow my philosophical or our ancient philosophical philosophies that I've been living by for the last 30 years and prospering while doing it daily. My life has gotten better ever since I've been practicing the philosophy that I've been learning from our ancient ancestors. Ain't looked back. And after 30 years of mastering it, learning it, now I teach it. I just call it philosophy. What? After I mastered, it's called Mayat. All the different stuff, Shita Nada, Shema Tawi, Egyptian yoga. I teach that, but I learned that. I teach my philosophy, right thinking philosophy. Why? Because the stories I tell is about me. That's it. Only thing different is the story. Everything else is the same. Philosophy, the 42 questions in my eye, I ain't changed nothing except the stories. All right, that's my point. And I spent 30 years studying, okay, to learn a philosophy that I live by and teach now today. I didn't just wake up one day, I'm going to be a right thinker or something. No, it took this process. All right. But you, again, and understand this, you are what and who you believe you are. Why? Because your real power is in your belief. That's what we fail to realize, us, and they did already. If we can get them to believe in this, we got them. Thing called the Bible. And y'all got the Bible. Black people, y'all got the Bible. But y'all got the King James. That's the white man's book, you dummies. Excuse me. Sorry, no, I can't say that. Y'all in love with that book that the white man made, created to do what? Give y'all right, y'all that now. But the Ethiopians, who are original black people in Africa, who started this story, you don't entertain this. Just putting it out there. I'm gonna get the Bible just to see, compare. Okay, I'm curious. I ain't a Bible thumper, but I got a Bible, and I said when I was a Bible thumper in the Hebrew Israelites 20, 30 years ago, a little longer, when I was ignorant. Okay, I just wanted to prove that the people in the Bible was black. Okay, that's how ignorant I was, and I was down to get down. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, man. I got my argument. Yeah, I did all that nonsense. But then it goes back to your belief. I believe what they telling me was what it was, and I got in full blown. I'm not questioning, not nothing. I'm all in. Same thing I did with Greek mythology. I got out of college. They hooked, line, and sinking me into the stories and thinking. So thinking is always talking about my thoughts, but thinking has always been what I've been doing the whole time. I come home thinking. I left home thinking. I just got better at thinking. All right, what? Right? But again, your power is in your belief. Belief with action and work, along with study and obtaining knowledge, is the fuel that gets you started to what? Know over believing. Believing it gets you started. When you get done, you should know. Belief ain't gonna last long. Why? You're gonna outgrow the belief. You're gonna enter to what? The knowledge phase. That's why. And that's the part that a lot of people don't understand. They just assume to believe. It's easy to just believe. But somebody tell you, you ain't going there, dude. I was raised by this guy. And I believe everything he said because I thought when I got to college, you talking about a rude awakening? I was so embarrassed that the stuff that you gave me, dude, that don't work here. That's street stuff. That's stuff that I could, yeah, but that don't work in the college level. So I had to, what? Yes, start studying and learning what they was teaching. That's how I got hooked up with the Greek mythology. Okay, I believed that thinking was the way to go, and I just latched on whatever I can find to get me going, to get me out of this stupid that this guy gave me. He didn't prepare me for college. For life, yeah. College life, no. Okay, but again, he gave me what he had, and I appreciate it. But with just believing ain't going to get you there. Trust me. Okay, you need to put the work in. And my belief is and always have been in myself, okay? But I trusted people with what I was told. So I had to learn how to be Anubis. My discernment had to get better at believing what somebody was telling me was right or wrong, okay? And that's what I learned for myself. Even when I was ignorant, I still believed in myself. I still had the faith and belief in me. I can do what I need to do. So I, again, acquiesced. Started to learn to study habits, got into a good routine and a good flow, and did my thing. All right, but I don't have to believe what I learned and practice and live. Why? Now I know it for myself. Everything I can tell you, I don't have to believe it. I don't have to read it. No, I learned it. I try to give you just the life lessons I'm giving you. What I'm telling you is what I learned from life. Hence, right thinking, okay, minds. And again, belief without works is useless. Just believing, not doing means not a damn thing. Why? You ain't gonna get nothing. Belief is like sleep. You got good dreams, but reality, you wake up, you got nothing. So believing and doing nothing, just like dreaming. Understand that. And believing, again, that broad road is easy. You can just believe, okay, I believe in God and go about your business. I went my whole life, yeah, I believe in God. I didn't have a damn clue. Belief is a dangerous thing. Okay, it's a two-legged sword, and it can cut or it can hurt or it can heal. Excuse me. But belief is easy, but knowing is hard. Why? Because you got to put work in to know. You got to manifest to know. Belief is just an idea. That's cool. That's fun. We all got that. You got that free will. But now, what you gonna do with that belief? You gonna act on it, or you just gonna believe it? I put my belief in myself. So I've always pushed myself. And I became what? My best self. Just believing in me. Why? Who else am I believe? Where the hell am I gonna put my belief in? Again, I didn't know about God. I just believed in God. I didn't know God was in me. I didn't have that concept. So I put it in me. Where else am I gonna put it? I put it in that guy. No. Talking about sent my loyalties to him. You might tell you that story. So that didn't work out. So who do I trust? Me. Who do I believe in? Me. That's who. I'm with you, Q. My belief in myself is what drives me to what? Try to be my best self and help someone else. I'm doing what I do for you. Why? If it's helping me, it could help you too. That's called sharing. Again, all right. I used to believe in God. Yeah, I believe in God. Again, I'm almost embarrassed to say that. But I was just saying it because that was the way, I believe in God. Yeah. Didn't have a damn clue about God. Okay? Understand that. More like the devil. And I was loving that. I love being bad. I love that nonsense. Understand why my nose itching like this. But I was enjoying and relishing in what I was doing in my ignorance, okay? But I was still, my belief in me to be the best dumb drug dealer I can be. But after having my God experience, when did you have that? Ready? About 41 years ago, when they closed themselves on me, when they locked me up, and I went to court, and didn't come back. I went in one door and went out the other. And it was a rough ride ever since. But that experience, when they closed them doors, I had no more money, no more drugs, no more access, none of that, no Cadillac, nothing. Okay, no, nothing. That's when I found God. And most of us, that's how it, and God knows that. So he just sit and wait on hard time after the road of hard knocks, whatever you want to call it. But he just sits there and he wait. Why? Because that's where you're gonna end up, and he already know. Come on, let's go. I got you. That's when I found God, and that was over 42 years ago. Like I said, all right. But in the prison bars, that's when I found God. Hand to God, right? That's what hand to God. All right. But again, my thing is just believing in God and not practicing, or just believing in God ain't gonna do it. Practicing and serving God by living right will do it. That's the difference. And if you choose Christianity to get you out the dojos in the life situation, had I chose Christianity, I'd have been the same thing. Had I chose Islam, I'd have been the Mukra, Salam Alaikum. But whatever you choose, that's what you're gonna be loyal to. I chose a philosophy. Okay, that works for me. I'm like, damn, no itching like that. All right, but again, just believing in God and practicing and serving God by living right. That's the intended way of all belief system. Religion is supposed to get you to God. Did you know that? That's why I said I respect religion. What? The purpose of it is to get you to back to source, as they say, back to God. My philosophy teaches you to know God. Concede, Kassan, tomato, whatever. But whichever one you practice, if it's done correct, will get you to God. I know that. That's what I always say. I don't discredit the Bible. I just know I didn't use it to get to God. What the hell? I got the shade, the hair going my nose, making it itch. All right. So the intent for all of this belief system is to get you to God. But my observation, what I've been seeing for 2,000 years, is corruption at the highest, the Vatican. Okay, start with them. And then you got the misinterpretation of the Bible. I read the Bible. I can read the verse that I hear at church, and they tell you to go read the Bible. But when I read it, I don't get what. Then sometimes they don't match, and I'm just saying, well, that ain't what I'm saying. Okay, so again, I'm like, no, God damn it. But again, your intention of the system is there, but along with the corruption and misinterpretation and mispresentation, is not doing its intended job. What it's supposed to do. What? Enlighten, inspire, educate. Oh, that's what I'm doing. Oh, excuse me. But that's what the religion is supposed to do. And motivate you to what? Be your best self. That's what believing in God is supposed to get you, to have some purpose and reason to do what? Be your best. Serve God. Look good in his sight. That's why I rock the eye. I'm conscious of that fact. I got the truth from the pyramids, the writings on the wall. All that, golly. This is all ancient. Ain't that new? What the hell going on with my nose? Now, when belief is manifested, and for all that means is, for all those who practice it the way it's supposed to be correctly, like my pastor and my church family, they got a better understanding of Bible they live in, so I respect them for that. And that's their belief, and they live by it, and it works. But belief turns into what? Your truth. Your truth. Not somebody else, excuse me. But your truth is what you know to be. That's it. That's all you need. You ain't got to prove your truth to somebody else. That's not my job. My job to get you to have your own proof for yourself. Again, preacher's job to get you to know whatever, but my job to get you to know God from experiencing your own self by giving you instructions that you can practice and you'll get the results. So, God damn it. I have been living by what I believe in, aka Mayat philosophy, Samatawi, Egyptian yoga, or Shiitak matter. All of those is philosophical concepts from my ancient ancestors that I mastered. And I just flipped a little bit and made it mine. But if I did nothing but read and learn them philosophies and didn't live by it, it would mean a damn thing. I just have a bunch of information that ain't doing nothing, like having a bunch of jewels and a whole bunch of money sitting somewhere and ain't serving nobody nothing. You just got it. I got this, I got that. Well, what you doing with it? So that's the difference, all right? Belief is what motivated me. Again, I had to believe that I can do this. Why? I have no idea what the hell I was doing when I started out. Okay. But the belief that I could to get me up early in the morning to do what it is I do for you. That was 7 years ago. No, 10 years ago now. But wow, excuse me, who do I believe in? That's who you should believe in. Who? Yourself. You. And God too. Why? Because y'all's one and the same. See, I just say that for the end. If you understand what I'm trying to put you in the frame of mind, that means you and God becomes one. And you can even understand that. Your belief will lead you to that. Belief with putting in, belief without putting in the work is just like prayers without action. Same thing. Okay, same thing. If you can pray and don't do nothing, you ain't get nothing in return. Okay, but you are, again, who what? You believe. Not think, believe you are. Why? Belief when practice leads to what? Knowing. Knowing what? Knowing you are God. My goal is to do just that philosophically, not in a preachy all crazy. No. You need to have experience because God will make his presence known to you. I ain't got to tell you about that. God damn it. I always believed in me. I just didn't know me. I was with that guy. But now that I do, my belief is in myself and always have been, always will be. Why? That's where the strength lies. That's what God is in your belief. And they knew that. When they stole your belief concept and put it in that Bible y'all love, that book, y'all been hook, line, and sinker ever since. Why? They got you believing what they know is a lie. Y'all creating miracles by what? Your power in believing. That's why. And I believe if I do the right thing daily, live it, my belief will now work for me. Why? I'm manifesting what I believe. I ain't just believing it, I'm manifesting it. That's called living it, practicing it. When daily. Good muggers. Now, when I was drug dealing, street running, doing what I was doing, but I believed that I was what? The best at that. At that time, you couldn't tell me nothing. I was king dang. Okay, nah. Ego tripping to the max. And again, based on what? Me believing it's all about me. That fell short. They came and put the clink, clink, clink. Okay, well, they killed that belief. All right. So that ended that belief system. That dream of being the best drug dealer went out the window. Moving on. Let me wrap it up for you again. I got to do something about my nose. What the hell? If your beliefs is in the wrong thing, what's going to happen? You will know in the end why. You're going to have to come back here and do it again at Judgment Day. You won't win. Winning in the end is passing Judgment Day. Excuse me. Man. All right. Wrap it up. When you believe, put your belief in you, and that's the right place, well, what happened? Then you will now win in the end. That's the goal for all right thinkers, is to what? Pass the test at Judgment Day by having that light heart and with knowledge of self and living right, and make that happen for you. Hope you got the lesson right there. Let's come up with the concept. I got to go hit my gym right now and get out of here. So, in closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 miles a day. So I never know my right thinkers who now understand if you believe in God can change your life, believe in yourself like Mr. Wright and change your life. I did. You can do it too. I'm trying to help you. That's what I do for you.